Hello students, in this video I am going to talk about the conjugate acid base pair, the theory which was given by Bronsted and Lowry, and the trick how to find out the conjugate acid and base of a given molecule. So this conjugate acid base theory was given by two Danish chemists named as Johannes Bronsted and Thomas M. Lowry. And according to their concept, acid was a substance that was capable of donating a hydrogen ion. So I can say that acid was a hydrogen donor. And according to them, the bases are the substances capable of accepting a hydrogen ion. So I can say it is hydrogen ion acceptor. So this was the main criteria on which Bronsted and Lowry defined an acid and a base respectively. Now take an example. Let's say I take ammonia in water. So what will I get? I will get ammonium ion, the aqueous, and the OH minus in aqueous. Now what has happened here? We all know that ammonia is a base, and here we are treating water as an acid. Now if you see here, this was NH3 and here it has become NH4 plus, which means that ammonia has added a proton. What is the proton? H plus, right? And whereas in water it has become OH minus, that means H plus has been lost. So it loses a proton. So now if I have to compare both of them, what is NH4 plus called as? It is called as the conjugate acid of NH3 because it has added. What was an acid? Acid is a H plus donor, right? So water, it was an acid. It has lost one of the H plus and it has become OH minus. Base is an H plus acceptor. So this was NH3 and it has accepted an H plus and become NH4 and formed a conjugate acid as NH4, and OH minus will be called as a conjugate base. Similarly, if I take another example to explain this, let's say I have NHCl which gives out H plus plus Cl minus. Now we all know that HCl is a base, is a acid, a very strong acid. Now it has lost an H plus and plus Cl minus. So what has happened to Cl minus? It has lost an H plus. So this is called as an conjugate base. So you have to remember that an acid always produces a conjugate base. Here also the base was producing a conjugate acid and the acid was producing a conjugate base. The other thing that you have to keep in mind here is that always strong forms weak. Now what do I mean by this? I mean that if you are talking about a strong acid, it will form a weak base. All right. Similarly, if you have a strong base, it will form a weak acid. Also, if you have a weak acid, it will give you a strong base, strong conjugate base. I just want to clarify that all the things that are being formed here, they are conjugate. So the strong acid was forming a weak conjugate base, strong base was forming a weak conjugate acid. Similarly, if you are talking about a weak base will form a strong conjugate acid. So if you remember this concept, you can solve any of the questions related with this topic. Apart from that, if I talk about the trick, how to solve the questions wherein you have to find out the conjugate base or conjugate acid of a given compound, you have to do nothing. Just if the question says that you, let's say you have to find conjugate acid, right? Then add H plus. And if they say that you have to find conjugate base, then you have to remove H plus. That is it. If you do these steps, you can find out the conjugate base and acid of any of the compounds. Let me take few examples here. So if you remember the trick, for conjugate acid, you have to add H plus, and for conjugate base, you have to remove H plus. Right. Now if I talk about water, what will be the conjugate acid? The conjugate acid, for conjugate acid, you have to add H plus. So this will become H3O plus. For HCO3 minus, if you add H plus, there would be two hydrogens, and the plus of the H plus and this minus will cancel out. So it will become H2CO3. For HSO4 minus, again you will have two H2SO4. For NH3, you will have it as NH4 plus. Now, if you have to find out the conjugate base, you just have to remove H plus from this. So water, if you remove H plus, it will be left with OH minus. That will be the conjugate base. Similarly, for HCO3, if you remove one more hydrogen from it along with the positive sign, it will be CO3 2 minus. HSO4 minus will become SO4 2 minus. And if in NH3 you remove one of the H plus, one of the protons, you will get NH2 minus. Similarly, if it is asked that you have to find out, let's say, the conjugate acid for S2 minus, what you will do, you will just add H plus, so it will become HS minus, and this would be the conjugate acid for it. Similarly, if you have to calculate it for, let's say, CO3 2 minus, what you will do, you will just add H plus. So what will happen? It will become HCO3 minus. For CN minus, what will be the conjugate acid? It would be HCN. Similarly, if you have to calculate the conjugate base for example, similarly, I can take one more example here. If I have OH minus and I have to calculate the conjugate acid, it will become H plus. So there are few compounds, like if I take water, if I have to calculate the conjugate acid, it is going to be H3O plus, and if I have to calculate the conjugate base, it is going to be OH minus, right? So now if I'm talking about the same concept here, conjugate base, for example, if the question says calculate the conjugate base for HF, so you have to remove H plus, so this will become F minus. I hope this video helped you, and if yes, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.